Assalamu alaikum. Every morning we wake up and the genocide that is unfolding, the first question that comes to our mind is, are you still alive? As we're listening or monitoring many journalists that are helping us to bear witness to what is taking place in Gaza and some of the through some of the West Bank journalists, Palestinian journalists in the West Bank, what is taking place in the West Bank as well as East Jerusalem. I want to begin by asking a question. How do we distinguish between a terrorist and a freedom fighter? We center the questions on rights and responsibilities. Again, we center the questions on rights and responsibilities, whose rights were attacked and transgressed upon. To answer this question, we must go back to the origin of the war on Palestine, which has been unfolding for over 100 years. This war never came to an end or was resolved. It's true that from time to time the military bombings stop. However, the ethnic cleansing continues. The persecution, policies of oppression continue that I have described in more than many ways, from like illegal settlements, home demolitions, torture, putting people in prison or holding them hostage at times for very long periods of time without charge or trial, creating again laws that elevate one set of people and denigrate another set of people, and many other things like the siege on Gaza, the blockade on Gaza, um, policies that make it difficult, basically, for life to be nourished, for Palestinians to grow, for Palestinians to dream, for Palestinians to plan instead of how to like build or do things, whether it's like they want to, like, let's just say they want to go to the moon or they want to do something spectacular. They're not able to really get their mind in that direction because they're constantly in the framework of how to survive, how to fight assaults on our dignity as well as assaults on our life. Human life compromises not only the physical aspect, but also the emotional, mental, social, and spiritual aspects. These different aspects are interconnected and influence each other, shaping a person's overall well being and quality of life. Understanding and nurturing each element is essential to attain a balanced and fulfilling existence. When there is an assault on any of these beings or aspects of our being, there has to be, if you will, a resistance to that assault. Now, the Palestinian resistance encompasses various forms, such as protest, slogans, words, songs, charity, or even physical combat. The main objective of this resistance is to protect the sanctity of life and to ensure justice for the Palestinian people. It is important to note that this resistance is not intended to belittle Jews who are also human beings or to promote laws that will put them in harm's way. Because, yes, we recognize Jews were persecuted at a time in history and that there is anti-Semitism directed at Jews, which that is not the aim of Palestinian resistance. The aim of Palestinian resistance is survival. It has always been about fighting to survive. It is aimed at advocating also for the rights of Palestinians who are being targeted not just in the West Bank or in East Jerusalem or in Gaza in various forms and manifestation of oppression, but also even in the United States. Like I mentioned, charities can be shut down. Misrepresentation of our voices can take place. We can be accused of anti-Semitism for the mere fact of advocating for the rights of Palestinians. Our response to racism or supremacy of any kind is Allah's description of human beings as noble and dignified creatures. In the Holy Quran, God says, "Indeed, we have honored the children of Adam." Others translate it as, "Indeed, we have dignified the children of Adam." But dignity and honor is very important. Jews, like other human beings, are also the children of Adam. So this does not just include Palestinians and Muslims, but it also includes all human beings, that we have honored, dignified children of Adam. We are all children of Adam. But this gets us that Islam aims, or we as Palestinians aim, the dignity of government, and I'm quoting here Umar al-Khattab, is not enhanced by scaring people. This is a type of, like what we are experiencing here in the US. A lot of the persecution is a persecution of fear related. Censorship, dehumanization, and these do have a chain effect. So the dignity of government is not enhanced by scaring people, but by making them feel safe and respected, preventing injustice and ensuring that the weak have their right. Thus, the powerful will be defeated and the weak will feel safe. People will thus feel that the state is their means of protection rather than what they need to be protected from. They will support their strong, just governor so that they will be safe. Otherwise, both ruler and ruled will be lost. Right now, as I said, Palestinians are weak, not just in Palestine, but outside of Palestine. And so they are advocating for their rights. They're not advocating to destroy any country, but they're advocating to prevent injustice. They're advocating for measures to make them feel respected as well as safe. And I mentioned the issue of safety over and over again. One of Prophet Muhammad's, again, title or name is Al-Amin, or again, the importance of making individuals feel safe. And so this is something that Palestinians do not experience here also in the United States, is that we do not feel safe. We do not feel safe, maybe just the issue of physically, but you always worry about measures such as like censorship, charities being shut down, our voices being labeled as anti-Semitic, and furthermore, that our activism is labeled as giving material witness to terrorism. So I just finished, I said, quoting Umar ibn al-Khattab, may God be pleased with him. He is the second Khalifa, you could say, of Islam, and he gave this advice to one of his governors. Recognize the importance of safety and respect, because in doing so, we recognize the interconnectedness of these aspects that highlight the importance of showing empathy and compassion toward others. When one element of life is harmed, it can have a ripple effect on other aspects, causing a chain reaction of suffering. Remember, genocides begin with dehumanization. So if we do not call out the dehumanization against Palestinians, it can have a chain effect, as we are witnessing right now, the genocide. Therefore, there is a need for collective social effort and assistance to deal with these assaults and alleviate widespread suffering. This joint action or resistance aims to protect human life, which God, again, I'm saying, has declared sacred, and human beings as honorable and dignified. So again, we always keep checking on what's going on in Gaza. Are you alive? Are you alive?